So welcome to Bob Brewster Senior Memorial Field, everybody, for the first round of the 2017 North 2 Group 4 Sectional Tournament. Michael Lenier alongside Chris Witzel. And Chris, today the Westfield Blue Devils get the 6th seed in the sectional tournament, taking on the Piscataway Chiefs. And Connor Scanlon, the senior, on the hill for Westfield, coming off of a big-time performance in the county final a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely, Mike. That game, Westfield won 6-3 against Cranford, and Scanlon was unbelievable, giving up 3 runs through 5 innings, and Corey Hills eventually came in to shut it down. But Scanlon, not known as the ace, but then Brewster wanted his best pitcher to go on the hill for that game, and Scanlon was the obvious choice, as he only let up 3 runs. But in that game, he was backed up by much support from new third baseman Matt Manning in that game, and just all-around great baseball from the Blue Devils to get their second county tournament championship win in the past 5 years.
And leadoff hitter, center fielder Nick Bucci just popped up, and Chris Wagner, the Westfield first baseman, makes the play for the first out of the ball game. So it brings up number 8 right fielder Ro Morris for Piscataway, coming into the game with a 13-12 record. Check swing did not go around for ball 1.
And Mike, the key thing to look out for today is Scanlon's curveball. Last game, I believe it was 7 hits batsman between both teams, and it was just because of the cold weather and it was just bad grip on the ball. Scanlon, who's usually so commanding of his curveball, could get it over the plate in the beginning of the game when it was not too cold, but as later innings progressed and the temperature dropped, just the grip on his curveball just went away, and it started to hit people, and it also started to go to the strike zone. But right there is a great example of it. It was a little low, but just how much dip it has when it crosses the strike zone is just amazing.
Good curveball right there from Scanlon for strike 2, 1-2 count. Fouled off by Morris. Blue Devils are 16-8. And they've got 2 sectional titles in this decade, 2011 and 2013. Looking for another one, and they got a pretty good shot. Even though they're the 6th seed, still a serious contender.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, their football team ranked 14th. They won the state championship, and Westfield's known for doing absolutely very well the past couple of years, as their tennis team also just won sections last night. And again, Scanlon with the beautiful curveball over for strike 3, and there are 2 outs down here in the top of the first.
So Morris goes down swinging. Scanlon off to a pretty good start and brings up the catcher, James Ingram. Another righty for the Chiefs, number 5. First pitch taken for a ball, another curveball.
Yeah, no, he's throwing it very early right now and very often, but it's very effective as well, as he got Morris to go down on strikes last at bat. But right there, a changeup a little low and brings the count to 2-0. Just Scanlon, last game he just had great pitch selections every at bat, and as I said, later innings just started to go away with the cold weather. But right now it's a great day for baseball. It's not too warm and not too cold. He just has to control his pitches and get him over the plate. So that one's taken right at the knees for strike 1.
2-1 count on Morris, who's got 14 RBIs and 2-1 count on Ingram. As that one's fouled off behind into the parking lot here. Ingram has 27 hits along with 18 runs batted in. 6 of those doubles, 2 of those home runs in his 24 games played.
And he's the only person on this team with home runs, as the total is 2, and credit them both. Ivan.
Him and Paris Washington, only Chiefs to play every single ball game. Grounded out to Scanlon, and he'll jog it over and flip it to Wagner. So a 1-2-3 inning to start the sectional tournament for the Blue Devils as we head to the bottom of the first. So bottom of the first, and leading off is the Marist commit, Alex Pancini. Playing second base today. He's got hitting .421 on the year, 32 hits, 7 runs batted in, along with 7 doubles, 6 stolen bases. Takes ball 1 there.
And Mike, as we talked about last time we announced in the Union County tournament, last year Pancini, he was only a pitcher, and this year he's transitioned into a second baseman / pitcher, but also the leadoff batter on this Westfield team. And he has the second best average on this team as well, so it just shows how much he's progressed through the years, how much better he has become, and besides with that, also a great leader on this team as well.
3-0 on Pancini now. Jason Mahmood, the sophomore, is the starting pitcher for Piscataway. He's got 28 strikeouts on 46 innings pitched. And again, just a sophomore getting the start in the state tournament. And that's a called strike 1.
And I'm pretty sure Piscataway looks at him as their ace. But looking at his stats, Mike, on a few teams you wouldn't really call that much. Sure, he has 46.1 innings pitched, but the hits to strikeout ratio, he's given up 56 hits and only 28 strikeouts. So he probably wants to improve that with he has 2 more years of high school to go, but so he definitely wants to improve that for later years. But this year he has had some trouble with getting runners off base. And with this Westfield team, they're all about cracking into the gaps to get those extra base hits. So it's going to be a tough one here from Mahmood. Just find a way to get some outs.
Yeah, 2-to-1 hit strikeout ratio, not really what you want if you're a pitcher. As Pancini walked and brings up Matt LaCourte, the shortstop, senior for the Blue Devils. Pops this one up foul, but plenty of room, but not enough space there for Massiano. Had to really charge that one.
Yeah, that was right near you can call it the bullpen, I guess. Yeah, it was right near the bullpen right there. So that was a very long run for the third baseman to get there, just a hard angle. But LaCourte gets another life up there, and it just makes it 0-1.
Court's got 17 RBIs on 30 hits, and he holds the leading average at 448 and delivers himself a base hit. Pancini is in at third, and the Blue Devils have runners on the corners here in inning number 1.
Just a great hit-and-run execution right there, and Pancini got a huge jump over at first. I don't think Mahmood even checked, as Pancini took off before he even delivered home. Right there, LaCourte just finds the open gap on the left side of the infield, and Pancini can make his way to third. And right now, Westfield's got runners at the corners, and one of their best hitters with a 402 average is Jake Leary, and he had a great day in the UCT as well.
So runners on the corners and nobody out. Scoreboard's been a little inaccurate so far this afternoon, balls and strikes.
At least it's working.
Curveball's taken there for strike 1 on Leary. Leary is a junior along with Chris Wagner, the first baseman, awaiting on deck. LaCourte's going. There's the throw, not in time, and Pancini stays at third.
So right now, I believe that this is every batter's wish come true. I mean, you got runners both in scoring position and with no outs. All you got to do is put the ball in play, and they're obviously going to let a run score for an out as it's very early in this game as Leary takes ball 1 low. But, I mean, absolutely, anytime if you hit to the right side of the infield, even to the left side as the shortstop, Jordan Brown is playing way back in the hole, it's obviously going to score 1 run. Corners are a little bit pinched, but Leary all has to do is put the bat on the ball, which he's been so good at this year.
And Leary has a base hit. And it should bring in 2. LaCourte rounds third and no throw. So a 2-run base hit for Leary to give the Blue Devils a 2-0 lead early on here in the first.
Yeah, as I said, Leary just had to put the bat on the ball, and he put it just in the right spot as both runners score on that play, and Leary credits himself with a 2 RBI single to crack this game open for the Blue Devils, making it 2-0 here in the early going.
And before that, Chris, a really aggressive base running. We saw on LaCourte's base hit, Pancini was stealing, and then we saw LaCourte steal second.
Yeah, Brewster's sending probably wants to get these runners going right now, as these runners do have some speed, and you can probably tell that Mahmood's not really checking over at first base. And we also know that Leary does have great speed. I'm pretty sure better than LaCourte and Pancini. So I'm not going to be surprised here if he sends Leary.
And Wagner has himself a base hit up the middle. A hit parade for Westfield here in the first. And that ball got away from Bucci out there in center field. Went right by him.
Yeah.
But
hey,
Leary stays put at second. Still nobody out.
I'm pretty sure Brewster wanted him to round second there and go to third, as you said. Bucci just botched the ball a little bit in center. But again, that's 3 straight hits for the Blue Devils, and Kobe Wolf, another great hitter on this team, steps up to bat. Kobe's average this season is .323 with 21 hits and 16 RBIs. So he takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
He's also in a 3-way tie for most home runs with 2, along with Jake Leary and Victor Cruz, who's out for the season with that fractured hand. Talked about in the county final.
And that was a big blow for the Blue Devils. But, hey, Matt Manning stepped up his game, and he delivered in that game with 2 great defensive stops. And he got the RBI single to start the rally to let Westfield win that game. But Victor Cruz, he's going to Rowan next year, but he's definitely going to be missed on. He's been missed on this team with the way that he brings the leadership and the power to the plate. But I'm pretty sure the Blue Devils have progressed through that, and that's why they've gotten where they are now.
2-1 on Wolf. Taken for strike 2. Kobe committed to play baseball at Gettysburg next spring at the D3 level. Both players from last year having tremendous careers. Chris Rinaldi at Holy Cross and Steve Barmaking at George Washington, both contributing. Rinaldi just won the Patriot League Championship with the Crusaders. 2-2 count on Wolf. Wagner at first, Leary at second. 2-0 lead. Here's a pitch from Mahmood. It is low.
And Mike, I was hearing some of the fans' reaction from Piscataway of how big this backstop is. And yeah, I know we talked about it in the past, but just looking at it again, it is extremely big back there. And I'm pretty sure with how Mahmood's not really controlling his pitches too well in the way that Westfield's been running the bases, I'm pretty sure Brewster's going to be extra aggressive if the ball gets by, because I'm pretty sure you can swipe 2 bags easily if it rolls all the way to the backstop.
Runners were going again there on the full count, but fouled off by Kobe Wolf. Probably a hit and run.
I'm going to say he does it again.
Runners are going, and again it's fouled off by Kobe Wolf.
Kobe's got to be protective right there. Scoreboard says 1 out. I still believe it's no outs, but...
No outs.
Yeah, no outs, yeah.
Pancini got the leadoff walk, and we've seen 3 consecutive hits by LaCourte, Leary, and Wagner.
Yeah, Wolf, all he has to do is just put the ball in play and just see where it goes. As I said before, Mahmood he makes people hit as he's given up 56 hits this season, and Kobe pops this one into shallow left field.
And that's going to be caught for the first out by Paris Washington, the left fielder. Saw Brown back up a lot there.
Looked for a second, I might have fallen between them with a little miscommunication, but no matter, as Massino just comes in and makes the play.
From left to right, you got Washington, Bucci, and Morris in the outfield for Piscataway. Third to first, Massiano, Brown, Squire, McCohen, and pitching Mahmood, and behind the plate is Ingram. So brings up the DH Friel as Wagner's going. Bad throw right there by Ingram. Could have got Wagner.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Brewster sees how inconsistent the catcher Ingram is back there, and that allows Wagner to swipe the bag. But also Swear, he made a little lucky play right there with the no-look grab. If that got by, Leary would have scored, and Wagner could have advanced as no one was backing him up.
Friel is hitting for Scanlon. Just pitching today and gives this one a ride into center field, and a diving catch is not made. Ball was dropped. And 1 run will come in to make it 3-0.
Yeah, that was heads-up base running there by Wagner just to get over, because I believe he thought it was caught at first, but he saw that it popped out, and good thing he didn't stay at second, as now Westfield again has a runner in scoring position 90 feet closer, and that's going to bring up another power hitter to the plate in Jake Valabera.
A good effort by Bucci, but couldn't come up with it. Was Nick Bucci, and 3-0 and still just 1 out. here in the bottom of the first. So got to give Bucci an error.
I actually say I give him more of a hit on that one because it wasn't like he had to camp under it. He had to come towards the ball and lay out for it. So I'd give Friel credit with the hit. It was more of a difficult play instead of an easier one for Bucci in center.
Valabera comes up and fouls that one off for strike 2. Matt Manning's on deck. Stevie Barden in the hole.
Yeah, we saw Barden Youth Union County Tournament Final hurt his shoulder, so it's a good thing to see him back in the lineup as his speed was dearly missed in that game. But good thing was that Arthur Jow did step up and secure one of the a great performance.
Good stop beyond the plate by James Ingram. Mentioned earlier, gets away. It's going to be trouble.
Yeah. Wagner would score easily, and Friel could potentially get to third.
Hit hard at first, tough bounce. They get the out at first, but Wagner will come around and score.
That's a productive out by Valabera. He knew that instead of put the ball on the ground, Wagner did score, and he also advanced Friel, so it was, I'm going to say it's more of a win than a loss there for Valabera. Sure, he's out at first, but he did advance 2 runners and did get one across the plate, and Westfield has put up already a 4 spot in this inning with Manning stepping up to the plate. And in the past couple of games, he was dangerous. And Linton, he went 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single with 3 RBIs. As he rips that one deep in the gap in right center, and it is dropped.
Big hit from Matt Manning. He's in there at second base. That's the second time, Chris, this inning that Piscataway's dropped the ball. They've ran over there, gotten under it, but can't bring it in and make the catch.
Yeah.
And it's costing him and potentially going to cost him their season. Already down 5 runs, and the inning's not over yet.
And it looks like Morris a little shaken up after the play, but yeah, I'd actually give that one an error, as that one didn't necessarily have to lay out. He just had to run for it, but that one just popped out of his glove, and Manning could get to second, and that would allow Friel to score as Stevie Barden steps up, and now Westfield has batted through basically their entire lineup. As Barden takes a strike low, right at the knees.
One count on the junior Stevie Barden. Hits it hard up the middle for a base hit. Manuel gets sent home. Here's the throw to the plate, and it's cut off by the first baseman, and Westfield makes it 6-0, courtesy of a Stevie Barden RBI single.
I'm pretty sure Brewster wants to get out of here quick, as every time that the ball is kind of remotely close to for the runner being thrown out, he just keeps sending them, and that's just putting Westfield up with a huge margin already in the first inning. And stepping up the leadoff batter, who we saw in the beginning of this inning, is Alex Pancini, with Stevie Barden at first. And again, he's a kid with great speed. I'm not going to be surprised if Brewster doesn't send him.
Pancini will pop up the first pitch. And the catch is made by Ingram.
You can't really see behind the backstop right there.
So that ends the inning, but a very productive first inning for the Blue Devils. They get 6 runs, everybody contributing on basically just RBI singles, and it's a 10-run mercy after 5 innings, so this one could be over pretty quickly. Second inning coming right up here on BDTV. Connor Scanlon, much to his delight, has 6 runs to work with here.
A lot of comfort room.
Curveball's low in the dirt for ball 1. Leading off is the first baseman, number 16, righty Justin McCown. Taken for ball 2 upstairs.
Pretty sure I can see some increased velocity in some of Scanlon's pitches. His fastball's got a little more zip to it than I saw in the Union County Tournament final game.
He's got 15 RBIs on 22 hits, hit deep into left center, but Jake Leary makes the nice catch. And that's what Piscataway couldn't do in the bottom half of the inning, Chris.
No.
Just getting under the ball, which they were able to get under the ball, but just couldn't bring it in the glove.
Yeah, but that's what you get when you have Leary and Barden, 2 kids with absolutely tremendous speed, as Leary had plenty of time to camp under that. And about 5-10 feet away, maybe 15 tops from the 347 mark out in left center. But Leary just got to it quickly and just camped under it for a couple of seconds to get the first out of the top of the second.
So left fielder Paris Washington up to the dish. 22 hits on 10 RBIs. 7 singles, 3 doubles for Washington. Hitting 5th in the order for Piscataway. Hit over to second. Pancini makes the routine play look routine and makes it look easy right there.
Absolutely, yeah, took his time on that
Second
one.
out. 5 up, 5 down for Connor Scanlon.
Yeah, Scanlon's rolling right now. Sure, the last batter with McCown, when he flew out the one to left center field, sure was a little deep, but right there, just getting under control and just a little grounder over to Pancini. It's 2 outs in the top of the second, and Scanlon, you can definitely tell how poised and just relaxed he is on the mound right now.
It's Chris Lowry, the DH for Piscataway. Hitting for the pitcher, Jason Mahmood.
Another sophomore starting on this team.
He's got 8 RBIs on 15 hits. Fouls that one behind the backstop. Makes it a 1-1 count with 2 away. Joe Massiano, the third baseman, on deck for Piscataway. And grounded over to short. LaCourte makes a play and just in time. So 6 up and 6 down for Connor Scanlon and the Blue Devils. Westfield in complete control as we head to the bottom of the second. So LaCourte, who made the throw end stop to end the top half of the inning, now got to put his helmet on and batting gloves to bat, takes strike 1.
And LaCourte, he is the best average on this team with batting .448. He has 30 hits and 17 RBIs, which is second to Chris Wagner with 26. But LaCourte, he's just having a great season overall in his senior campaign. Missed last year, as we said before, but just coming back and just showing how effective he is and how much he was missed, just really stepped up his game.
Base hit in the first inning, came around and scored later on, and goes opposite field, but it's caught by Washington.
Still, Westfield showing off how much power they got as LaCourte just went opposite way. Didn't even put too much torque into it or anything like that. Just threw his arms out, tried to make contact, and still it went pretty far on a rope too, over to Washington in left field. But that's 1 away, and Jake Leary stepping up, who last time at bat got a 2 RBI single to crack open the scoring.
Fouled off by Leary. 0-1 count to Jake Leary. Had a 2-run single in the first inning. Takes that one. Called strike 2. Looked a little low from here.
Yeah, I believe the umpire's calling everything a little low, as we saw again. I'm going to keep bringing it up, the Union County Tournament final game. Right there, everything was, not going to say knees, but more along the lines of like upper shins.
And good hustle from Leary as he's safe at first with an infield single. Just sort of stuck the bat out, got some contact.
That's what you got to do on 0-2. Just put,
not much Joe Massiano could do right there.
As he was playing back, yeah.
Maybe you let it go foul. Not sure if it was going to go foul.
No, I think it was going to stay more straight the whole time, as he just came on, not necessarily on an angle, more just on a straight line. That allows Leary to reach first base safely. Just another example of how fast this kid is.
And Wagner pops this one, and that's coming right to the bleachers.
It's probably the closest foul ball we've seen in our entire time doing this.
0-1 on Wagner. We were talking about it earlier, how not many foul balls come over here. And Wagner sends this one deep into right field. And that ball is gone. A 2-run shot for Chris Wagner to give Westfield an 8-0 lead here in the first round of the state tournament. His second dinger of the season for the lefty junior.
And he ties the record for this club this year with 2 home runs. But that was just a straight line drive into right field, right over the 335 mark, and then some. Just a great hit for Wagner. That increases this Westfield lead to 8-0, 2 in this inning. And Westfield's continually rolling over Mahmood.
8-0. So we were talking about it, talking with the players earlier, Chris. Looking for the mercy, and they're excited to make some noise. They weren't projected to win the county tournament. They did get a little break with GL losing, and that's a frozen rope fair. Excuse me, they're gonna call it just foul. It looked like it landed right on the chalk.
Yeah.
That was a line drive by Wolf.
Yeah, that was an easy double. Could have been a triple with Wolf's speed, but with Washington, just called a foul ball. From our angle, it's a little tricky to tell where it was compared to the umpire, who has a perfect straight line of it. And right now, it's just an 0-1 count. Still 1 out.
Yeah, bullet for the future Gettysburg Bullet. Taken, again, a little low, but strike 2 on Kobe Wolf. One of only 2 Blue Devils to not reach base in that first inning.
Yeah, Wolf, I believe he flied out to left last time.
And this one hit foul over behind the first baseman's head. So Wolf stays alive. Nice crowd on hand today. Definitely more than a regular season game. Couple students came out.
Yeah, got a few right in front of us, couple to the left, and just a bunch of scattered fans amongst us.
Westfield's got to go on the road later this week as long as they don't give up this 8-run lead. They'll take on Bayonne, who's the 3 seed in the Group 4 North 2. 1-2 on Wolf. Gives this one a ride to center. And Washington from left field will come over and take control, makes the catch for the second out of this bottom of the second.
A little surprising to see Washington, as usually see when it's left center, center field or right center field. Center field, it should have been Brucey's ball, because I believe they just have more of a better angle, but it's also center field. They basically control the outfield, but nevertheless, Washington comes up with the ball, and it's 2 outs here as James Friel steps up to the box.
Friel takes that one for a ball. 1949, 1988, 2011, 2013, the 4 years Westfield has won the sectional tournament. Three of those under Coach Brewster. Brewster Jr., I should say, in his 35th year. And that one is hit in deep left field. No doubt about it. A solo homer for James Friel. Makes it a 9-0 lead for Westfield. And he absolutely crushed that one.
That one was just demolished over the left field wall. And he can also add himself to the, not necessarily the record, but also the leaderboard with home runs, with giving him 2. And again, that was just an absolute shot over the left field wall, and that increases this Westfield lead to 9-0. And Mike, it's still only the bottom of the second.
It definitely looks like we'll be done after 5 today. After 4.5, really, Westfield won't have to hit in the bottom of the 5th.
That is true.
And Scanlon, only been 2 innings, but he's got a perfect game.
Are you kidding me, Mike? You got to say that right now? You're going to jinx the kid?
So Valavera steps in, takes a called strike. I never believed in the announcer curse. We'll see what happens.
You still don't say it. So who drops that one in the dirt, makes the count 1-1.
So probably, Chris, on Thursday, I believe, is the Bayonne game. We'll see Pancini, you think, or Hiltz?
It's going to be hard to say. Is Pancini? We haven't really seen him pitch.
Recently, hasn't pitched. Barely.
It's I believe a couple of kids from JV have been pulled up to pitch, as Westfield has had some games that they could have let loose a little bit.
Grounded over to first, and good hustle. As Mahmoud didn't cover first base, left McCown had to jog over to first, and Val Libera is in there with an infield single.
That can be seen in Mahmoud's inexperience being a sophomore, and you can definitely tell that his coach is not happy with that, probably because of just, I'm going to say, the 9-run lead.
That's a great hustle, Val Libera. He's got a 9-run lead, second year on varsity. You know, he could have just walked it over, gotten out and put his catcher's gear on and said, let's get this game over instead. Great hustle, beats it out,
and brings
and
up
keeps the
Manning,
inning alive to bring up Manning.
Last time the bat hit a shot near the 335 marker out in right center, kind of like right. I'm going to say a little bit lower to the ground to where Wagner's home run was.
Yeah, Westfield's been hitting it all over the diamond this afternoon.
Yeah, left center, right
one
center,
shot
down
to
the lines,
right,
everywhere.
one shot to left, both home runs. Manny gave one a ride for a double after it was dropped on the diving catch. Not the diving catch, but just dropped on out in right center in the first inning. 0-2 on the junior Matt Manning. Had a big game in the county final, both on offense and defense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. On defense, he had that one terrific diving play to throw out. I believe it was the catcher McGee for Cranford over at first, but also Manning just putting the bat on the ball and just being very effective at the plate as he founds that one off, still making it 0-2. But Mike, going back to Chris Wagner's home run, I got an interview with him before the game, and I asked him, you've been using all areas of the field to get pitch this season. Does this come naturally? And he said it's more of like hitting the ball where it's pitched. If it's outside, I'm going to sit back on it and hit it into left field. But if it's inside or right down the middle of the plate, I'm going to hit it right field, center field, and that's exactly what he did for that home run. As Manning goes down on swinging right there, and that'll end at the bottom of the second.
A 2-home-run inning for the Blue Devils. First, Chris Wagner goes yard to right field, and then James Friel hits a shot to left. 9-0 Westfield after 2 innings of baseball here at Brewster Memorial Field. So Connor Scanlon back out for his 3rd inning of work. Went 5 innings, gave up 3 earned runs back on 2 Friday nights ago in the 2017 county final.
Great game.
To give Westfield the county championship over Cranford. That one is fair. Charged by Wagner. Steps on the base for the first out of this 3rd inning. For Cranford, it was Ryan Bakey who had that shot deep left. That was another no-doubter.
Absolutely. Yeah, that one, I was looking at Leary the whole time just going off him, and that one was just rocked all the way into left field. And it wasn't necessarily just a frozen rope. It was just a moonshot right over the left field fence.
Inside. This one hit over to short, and LaCour makes the strong throw for the 2nd out. That was John Swire.
Just again, just very just goes through the motions, very easy for LaCour over at short. We saw with Pancini earlier. Just everything's so relaxed right now. This Westfield defense doesn't really have anything to worry about, leading 9-0. But it's not just that everyone seems to be in sync, because all throws are just right on the mark over to Wagner at first, and everyone's just having a good time. Just everything's coming naturally to them.
Brings up the shortstop, Jordan Brown. Number 9 takes that one for ball 1. Scanlon's got 5 groundouts, 2 flyouts, and 1 strikeout for his 8 outs so far this afternoon. It was Joe Massiano who grounded out to Wagner to start out the top of the 3rd here. Wagner stepped on the bag. And then Swire grounded out to LaCour, made the strong throw. And this one's fouled off by Jordan Brown.
And yeah, the only ball really Westfield's had to worry about was the long fly ball in left center field, the one that Leary caught. I mean, sure, it was caught, but still was kind of far for where Scanlon wanted it to be. But still, it was, well, as you said before, Scanlon's still going through still having this perfect game. knock on wood. He's just having a really good time on the mound, and everything is just where it's supposed to be. And a beautiful curve, but taken low for Scanlon. That's going to bring the count to 3-1.
Brown hitting 189 on the season. And it's strike 3, so 3 innings of work for Connor Scanlon. 9 up, 9 down, and Westfield's got a 9-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third here in the first round of the Group 4 North 2 sectional tournament. So new pitcher in for the Piscataway Chiefs, who are trailing by 9, as Jason Mahmood went 2 innings, gave up 9 earned runs. So they'll bring in the relief pitcher Jordan Martell and Stevie Barden leading off for the Blue Devils. RBI single in the bottom of the first for Barden. Had to get taken out of the county final after he wanted to stay in, but Brewster saw that he was
Yeah, you
dealing
could tell
with
it wasn't pain. Yeah,
a little bit of an injury.
it's good to see him back in the lineup, though.
Check swing definitely went around.
Got to be. It's like sometimes it's got to be hard for the umpire over at first base to make the call, as he is 90+ feet away from making the calls right there. But you could honestly tell from our standpoint too that Barden went around right there with the ball low. It brings the count to 2-2.
I got some experience up here, but 2 cadet umpires.
I've had 3 years of experience. This is your first year. I wouldn't call myself a cadet anymore.
Brings
Yeah, I mean, you got to give him, 2 hours? So, I mean, you got to get going.
Full count for Barden. And he strikes out swinging. So Piscataway's recorded back-to-back strikeouts with 2 different pitchers now. For Jordan Martell, is first batter faced and first batter retired. Back to the top of the order for Westfield's Alex Pancini.
Not sure if Pancini was mad at himself or got hurt right there. I'm pretty sure he's more mad with himself. As you could tell, he definitely wanted that ball to be placed, as the first baseman, McCown, over at first, just way far back over at the outfield grass. So if he pushed that one down the first baseline, Pancini would have been safe.
So Pancini a little shaken up.
All right, yeah, so he was hurt after the play. Okay.
0-2 on the senior. Walked to start out the game and then flew out behind the plate to the catcher. Curveball is taken upstairs, ball 1.
And like if I was Coach Brewster right now, I would still probably put the pedal to the metal right now. Metal to the pedal, as he wants to get out of this game. West's already up 9-0, so right now I'm pretty sure the mercy rule is probably going to be in effect in a couple of innings, that it's already the top of the third. And as you said before, there is not going to be a bottom of the fourth, as Westfield would not need to score any more runs to proceed through this game. And right now he has to keep letting the middle of the lineup do their work as Pancini goes down on strikes.
So Martell has made both of these batters look pretty silly.
Yeah.
Both have gotten out in front, just sort of ugly swings. So he's doing his job, but Piscataway probably wishes they threw him out to start out the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and compared to Mahmood, Martell has 18 strikeouts compared to 12 hits, so that is much better comparison to what we've seen with Mahmood. And I don't really believe, Mike, in the lefty-lefty, righty-righty matchup. I'm pretty sure LaCour, just the great batter who he is, can still put the ball in play as he lines that one foul on the right field line.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Might be the first inning Westfield doesn't score. Fouled off again, makes it 1-2.
So Martell is doing pretty well out there, coming in for relief. As we said before, it's back-to-back strikeouts, and right now he has Matt LaCourte in the hole 1-2.
And LaCourte, that one hits Martell, tried to go behind the back, but he sticks with it, makes the throw, and Jordan Martell has himself a 1-2-3 inning. Still 9-0 Westfield as we go to the 4th inning here in the opening round of the 2017 NJSIAA State Tournament. So a couple of technical difficulties we're going to apologize for.
Happens to everyone.
As Piscataway has their first base run of the ball game. Curveball almost hit the batter there. That's Roe Morris. Bucci's at first. 1-1 count. Scanlon looks over to Wagner. Second time he's thrown it over there. First time almost got him.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd arguing with the ump's call.
1-1's fouled away for strike 2. 1-2 on Morse, struck out Swingy in the first inning. Playing right field today. And he pops this one up to right field. Kobe Wolf is there. Makes a catch for the first out of the inning.
Again, just Westfield just so confident in what they're doing right now. Just everything, just taking a good approach to the ball and just settling right under it. It's not necessarily that they're just, being lazy getting to it. It's just everything's, as I said before, just coming naturally to them. And it's just probably because of this 9-0 lead that they just have all this insurance going in, playing with, that they have the time, and just the mentality just to play better on the field.
Brings up the catcher, James Ingram. Grounded out to shortstop in the first. So Bucci broke up the perfect game and the no-hitter with a base hit.
Told you jinx happen, especially from the announcers.
He was the leadoff hitter to start out this 4th inning. That's a called strike 1. Hit the batter after it popped out of Valibera's glove. So 1-1 Ingram. McCown, the first baseman, is on deck. Curveball is taken for strike 2. Great pitch from Scanlon. Late call from the ump. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away.
Another great example of how this kid can throw the ball right there. Started right at Ingram's eyes and just dropped to his knees. Just in a very effective pitch as Ingram fouls that one off to the right side.
And after
Still
the
1-2.
After the perfect curveball goes with his fastball.
Yeah, and just so hard to time the two.
And he got Ingram because Ingram was very late to that pitch. Just got a piece of it to stay alive in the at-bat.
He's more adjusted to the curveball than the fastball, which is the other way around. You got to be more adjusted to the fastball to the curveball because you have more time to react to the slower pitches.
That one was a curve, fouled off again. This time a little too early was Ingram out in front of it. And grounded for a base hit just past the glove of Manning. Bucci will stay at second base. So 2 hits for the Piscataway Chiefs this inning. Nick Bucci at second base, James Ingram at first, and it brings up the first baseman, Justin McCowan. Flew out to left field.
And there's still 1 out in this inning, so a double play gets Scanlon right out of this inning with no runs still allowed. And I'm pretty sure Scanlon just, would rather give up 4 hits in an inning than 0.
And that one hit over to second. And the umps are going to have to decide
know
this
what's
one. The
happening
call
right now.
was not made.
I believe
Whether the ball was caught or a ground ball.
I believe Pancini, when the ball was hit to Pancini, it popped out of his glove, so both runners went back. But I believe he acted as though it was just a clean drop, so he tossed it to second.
I believe they're going to call an infield fly, so that's the second out of the inning.
If he did, in fact, catch that, though, he would have gotten
double play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Infield
Ingram over
fly
at first.
is the official call, so 2 away. And it brings up Paris Washington. Got 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Curveball did not bend there for Scanlon. Did not break. Stays upstairs.
Infield fly. I'm pretty sure it has to, at least go somewhat in the air, as that one was just, hit at Pancini's eye level. So the overall call is it was just caught by Pancini. As you said, it was an infield fly. But that does bring it to 2 outs. Right now it's 0-1 with 2 outs, and Scanlon, he's just trying to get himself out of this jam. He does have there is Bucci over at second base with a runner in scoring position, but the way Scanlon's just been controlling his pitches today is he throws the curveball that drops a little early to make it 1-1. But just
pitch before that, Scanlon brought the heat.
Down
the middle.
You can see definitely he's added some velocity to his pitches, as we see in the Union County Tournament final game. You can definitely tell he's throwing a lot harder and a lot better from that game.
And there's another fastball hitting the right. That's going to take 1 bounce. Kobe Wolf will throw it in. Here's the cutoff. Play at the plate, and he is out. A terrific throw from Kobe Wolf off 1 bounce. Picks it up, fires it to the cutoff man at Wagner, who delivers a perfect throw to Valabera just in time, and they get Nick Bucci. So still a scoreless sheet for Connor Scanlon and company. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Westfield up 9-0, and this could be the last time we see him bat if they get a run.
Go.
So bottom of the 4th, and pinch hitting for Jake Leary is the sophomore Matt McIntyre. Spent the entire season on JV, and I believe, as a matter of fact,
a couple games.
Is this his first game, Chris?
I don't believe so. I believe it was the game against Linden. He got into pinch run. And
first at bat.
He came all the way around to score. So you can put something on his stat sheet for some varsity baseball, but I believe this is his first official at bat. As he takes that, I believe that was changeup up as it evens the count at 1-1.
Jordan Martell on for his second inning work, had a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 3rd. Martell, big lefty. McIntyre takes that one's got 2-1 count.
I mean, I don't believe in the beginning of this baseball season he was going to be pulled up to play in a state game. I see.
And Matt McIntyre will walk on 5 pitches. So now another pinch hitter, this time for Wagner. It's the senior big man on campus, Owen Kessler. 2-time state champ and Georgetown commit. Courier News Defensive Player of the Year. Got some time in the county final.
I'm going to guess you're a big fan of Kessler, Mike, just after all you just said right there.
Very talented athlete.
I know.
So last year made varsity baseball and then gave it up.
Yeah, just gave it up. Yeah,
Focus on football. Decision worked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably his best season he had was this varsity season this year. But coming back, just to have some fun as a second semester senior with that as well. Just playing baseball just to end his high school career. And he's got some time in there. Sure, he's playing behind Chris Wagner, but he's definitely getting some minutes. We actually saw him pinch run in the Union County Tournament final game. So that one's high, and that puts the count to 2-0. But I'm pretty sure if Kessler stuck with it last year, he'd be the full-time starter this year over Wagner.
Kobe Wolf is on deck, so won't see a 3rd straight pinch hitter. 2-0 on Kessler, the righty. Takes a big crack at it there.
Be pretty cool to add to his resume of high school sports, a home run in his senior year of baseball. We've seen that we've seen him get a couple touchdowns on football, a lot of sacks, but a home run would probably put the icing on the cake for him.
3-1 on Kessler. McIntyre at first, and another swing and miss for Owen right there to make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the inning. Blue Devils need a run here if they want to
Yeah, if I
get
was
that
Brewster,
mercy in the next half. They could still score in the bottom of the 5th. But Kessler goes down swinging. Brings up Kobe Wolf.
I'm pretty sure if Martell wasn't a lefty, he probably already be sending McIntyre over to third right now. But Martell is keeping McIntyre close over at first, trying to limit any more damage that Piscataway can give up. As Westfield, as you said before, one more run, they're in the mercy rule effect.
Curveball from Martell is taken ball 1. Kobe Wolf with 0 for 2 on the afternoon, 2 flyouts to left field.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wants to at least reach base today as Martell keeps McIntyre close over at first.
James Friel's on deck. Had the solo home run to left field, absolute bomb.
Yep, moonshot.
In the last inning.
And you can definitely see that Martell has more velocity to his pitches than Mahmoud did. As Mahmoud, he threw between, I want to say around high 50s, mid 60s area. But you can definitely tell that Martell is just winding up and bringing it back because he's throwing around
hit to center,
mid-70s.
and the ball is caught by Nick Bucci for the second out of this 4th inning. Brings up James Friel. Just said, 2 for 2. RBI single and the solo homer. McIntyre still at first base for Westfield with 2 down in the inning. So unless Friel could do some damage here, might have to see a bottom of the 5th. 10-run mercy.
Yeah. If Scanlon can still hold him scoreless up until, I want to say, the 5th or 6th inning, and Westfield does eventually score that run, the game's over. So if Scanlon can just keep, holding them right where they are, this game will be over in a hurry. Because Westfield's known for scoring runs right now. They've just been on a tear. In their past 4 games, they've outscored their opponents 38-8. Including the Union County Tournament final game. So, the past 5 games. So that's still incredible, outscoring their opponents by exactly 30 runs.
Good pitch right there from Martell. Makes it a 1-2 count on Friel.
Not as big as a drop as Scanlon's curveball, but a bit more faster. So it still is same as it's still relatively hard to hit because you're so much faster and breaks at the last second instead of dropping as soon as it comes out of his hand and goes right into their glove to end the pitch.
Foul tip is caught by the catcher for strike 3 and out 3. 9-0 Westfield as we go to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th here at Brewster Senior Memorial Field for the opening round of the 2017 Group 4 North 2 sectional tournament. It's been all Westfield all afternoon, Chris. 9-0. They got the party started early and often. 6 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning. The 2nd inning, they get 3 runs with 2 home runs, one by Chris Wagner, one by James Friel. Connor Scanlon has gone 4 innings, only giving up 2 hits. That ball is just foul as substitution on defense. Michael Knapp has checked in for Matt Manning at 3rd base.
And I believe Arthur Zhao was also checked in over in left field, and Matt McIntyre substitutes over in center. With we saw the pinch hitters before. Owen Kessler moves over to first base, and I believe James Friel is still over in right.
A lot of defensive changes.
Or excuse me, Kobe Wolf still over in right.
For the Blue Devils. McIntyre in center, correct?
Yes.
0-2. On the DH, Chris Lowry grounded out to shortstop in inning number 2 and is only at bat. Curveball breaks too early there. Hit the dirt before it reached the plate.
So it's 1-2, and Scanlon's still in the driver's seat. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still throwing that curveball right now. It's so effective that it's just had the hitters confused all day.
This one grounded over to short, and it gets under the glove of Matt LaCourte. So Lowry, the DH, has himself on base after the error.
But right there on a play like that, you just gotta come back, bounce back from that. You're still winning 9-0. You just gotta. I'd probably laugh that one off if I was in a situation. You know, it happens to the best of us sometimes. LaCourte just gotta bounce back and just try to make something happen here with a runner on first. Try to create a double play or a spark to try to get Scanlon through this inning and still give up no runs.
Massiano, the third baseman, is supposed to be at the plate, but a pinch hitter for the Chiefs.
I believe it's pitcher.
Yeah, it's a pitcher, Jordan Martell.
Yeah.
Good catch. 0-1 on Martell. And very slow swing right there. He's going to have to pick that up if he wants to make contact. 0-2.
I believe one of his hands slipped off the bat right there. Cost him a little torque and speed through his swing.
And he's strike 3 right there on Jordan Martell. So the opposing pitcher will have to take a seat, courtesy of Connor Scanlon. Scanlon's third strikeout of the afternoon.
All right.
First out of the inning brings up second baseman number 3, John Swire, ground out to shortstop in the third inning.
So right now, a double play would definitely be very effective for Scanlon. With 1 out, double play gets him out of the inning and right back to the dugout. And I'm pretty sure if Westfield scores another run in this, in the bottom half of the 5th, the game will be over, as it will be the 10-0, the 10-run mercy rule.
Blue Devils have Valabera, Manning, and Barden due up in the bottom half of the inning. Could see some substitutions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do have a
will see
pretty big bench. Yeah.
We know Manning won't be batting. It'll be Michael Knapp.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing third right now.
Well, you know, some of the reserve.
And Barden's out of the game as well.
Yeah.
So that we'll see who's going to hit
Arthur
for
Zhao
him.
probably.
2-1 on Swire.
There are some people on the bench, you know, just can't hit their pitchers only. There's Tyler Hoffman.
This one's hit out in center. McIntyre records the out for the second out of the inning.
Going back to what I said, there's only a limited amount of players to hit for the Blue Devils. Sure, all of them can hit. They can grab a bat. You probably, put the ball in play, try to be somewhat effective. But there are a select few who can actually, just try to, ground out, beat out that hit, line it into left or right center field, kind of, change the game a little bit on offense.
And Chris, there hasn't been an official senior day, as that one is head out to McIntyre at center. We'll get back to that. But another good inning of work from Connor Scanlon. He's got 5 scoreless innings. 9-0 Westfield. The Blue Devils will look to score 1 and end this as we come back in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th here at Bob Brewster Senior Memorial Field in Westfield, New Jersey. Blue Devils up 9-0. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 1 run and this ball game will be over because of the 10-run mercy rule. Westfield's got the 6th seed in Valabera. Gives this one a ride to left field, and it's caught by Washington. Westfield, the 6th seed, Piscataway, the 11th seed, and it looks like the Chiefs season going to come to an end in the next half an hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
Westfield will move on Thursday to take on Bayonne, who's the 3 seed, won their first round game yesterday, and that one's at Bayonne.
Yeah, no more home games from here on out for the Blue Devils. As you were talking about before last half inning, there hasn't been an official senior day.
Because they were supposed to make up a Scotch Plains regular season rainout game, but not sure
Yeah,
if
it's been a pretty
and or
rainy
when
spring
that's
this
going to
year.
happen.
I remember during spring break, a couple games were rained out, which cost them to play 3 straight baseball games. And the one that we did broadcast was here against Bridgewater.
1-1, and that's taken. Just missed. Ball 2. It's Michael Knapp, the junior. Played third base in the top half of the inning. Fouls that one off his leg. 2-2 to Michael Knapp. And it is Arthur Chow on deck for Stevie Barden. He'll get the pinch hit.
And
Also played the field last inning.
If we could get a shot of the bullpen right now, we see Tyler Hoffman warming up right there. So could be Connor Scanlon's day is done after only pitching 5 innings. But, probably Coach Brewster wants to rest him for the rest of the States game.
Exactly. No sense.
Yeah, that's why he brought out all of his starters. Yeah, and bringing in Tyler Hoffman, he's probably one of the best closers you got next to Corey Hiltz, of course, who came in to pitch during the final game of the Union County tournament. But Hoffman, who definitely has some gas behind a few of his pitches, come out here and close it out for the Blue Devils. Not necessarily set it up for the previous inning, as if they do get another run, there's going to be nothing to close out for this game. So Arthur Zhao fouls that one straight back for strike 1.
0-1 after he fouled it off. Chow is an unsung hero, Chris, in the county final.
Yeah, he did. He stepped up big.
Gave him the, they started off the article with him.
Yeah, he stepped up
Coming
huge in that game, yeah.
Big RBI 2-run single, I believe.
Yeah, he came in for Stevie Barden when he went down.
Good plays out in right field.
He definitely stepped up his game in that one. Coach Brewster needed one of his senior veterans, first year on varsity, but still just a veteran through this program to step up and prove what he's got, and he definitely did there. And, yeah, that did deserve him one of the top lines in NJ.com.
2-1. And he has a base hit up the middle. So back to the top of the order for Westfield. Alex Pancini. 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Fly out behind the plate to the catcher and a swinging strikeout. And Pancini, first pitch swinging, center field, and it is caught for the 3rd out. So we will have to play a 6th inning.
All right, leading off is Bruce.
6th inning here in the first round of the sectional tournament. And they do leave Connor Scanlon on the mound for his 6th inning of work. No runs given up. Curveball almost hit Bucci.
Scanlon's still going strong. We saw last inning Tyler Hoffman getting warm in the bullpen. It's probably is there for reserve if things start to get a little out of hand for Scanlon.
And a nice diving catch made out in right field by Kobe Wolf.
Nice little shoestring catch over there from Wolf in right field. A lot harder on the run, especially going full speed, but great out there to start off this top half of the 6th inning for the Blue Devils.
Fastball, great pitch from Scanlon to get Roe Moore swinging underneath.
Cheese right there, Mike. Right around the forehead area, and Morris just swings right through it. Excuse me right there.
Ingram on deck. And this one is popped up, foul territory. Knapp's got room to run, and it falls in between LaCourte, Knapp, and Chow. Somebody's got to call it there, Chris.
Absolutely. That landed literally right in the middle of Zhao, LaCourte, and Knapp right there. And I'm pretty sure Knapp got a little confused what was happening as he cracks a smile right there. But I have to say, overall, it'd probably be more of LaCourte or Zhao's balls. It's a lot harder of an angle for the third baseman to get there. LaCourte, he's just on a much like softer angle right there, because with the third baseman, it's more like very steep, looking over your shoulder the whole time. But like for LaCourte, it's kind of like a wide receiver looking over your left shoulder trying to make that catch.
Curveball to Knapp, his first play at third, and he makes it. 2-away here in the sixth.
So Knapp makes up for the play right there, getting Westfield 2 out. So another pretty easy inning so far for the Blue Devils. And that's going to bring up Ingram.
A ground out and a base hit for James Ingram. Doing the catching for Piscataway.
Ball bounces the front of the plate right there. 2-0 to Ingram.
2-0 on Ingram. Pitch from Scanlan. Probably in the 80s right there.
Yeah, blew that one right
Showing
by
the
Ingram,
heat.
yeah.
Saw
Probably
Hoffman,
the fastest pitch we've seen right there.
Hoffman warming up in the bullpen, but Scanlan not
Yeah, he's
tired
throwing
at
the
all.
heat right now, absolutely.
2-1 count, 2-away. Popped up foul. Gonna hit, almost hit the dugout, the roof of the dugout. Instead,
Probably
it
right
went
between
in
the
the
fence
dugout.
and the dugout, yeah.
So 2 strikes on Ingram. Ran all the way over to first.
You don't really see that too much from hitters, especially probably more along the lines of MLB. Sure, this is nowhere close to the MLB. But Ingram right there just busting right out of the box, not looking back. And I'm going to say he's going to be probably a little winded after that one, as that definitely would take a little stamina out of you.
Also maybe just one last time, because this is his last at-bat of his high school career, and he flies out to Kobe Wolf in right field. 9-0 Westfield as we go to the bottom of the sixth.
Gotcha.
So Drew Ortiz, the junior, will pinch hit here. For LaCourte.
Yeah,
Same
right,
pitcher,
yeah.
Jordan Matrell. Hopefully Westfield just get one run here and end this ball game. It's looking like it would be a clear mercy.
Absolutely,
9-0 in the middle. 9-0 in the second inning, but no score in the third, fourth, and fifth for either side.
Absolute shutout the past 3 innings.
Scanlan's gotten 6 innings, no runs. Get the W and get the shutout. And Ortiz is down, looking.
That's going to bring up Matt McIntyre again. Last time up, walked on 5 pitches. First pitch low for ball 1.
McIntyre made some plays out in center field and had a walk in his first varsity at-bat earlier this afternoon in the bottom of the fourth. Takes that one again.
So yeah, Brewster trying to put all of his bench players into this game. We'll probably see Ortiz behind home plate next inning. And if I was Coach Brewster, I'd probably bring in Hoffman. Just probably leave. Scanlan's had has done an excellent job today on the mound, and just to bring in another pitcher just to get this one done. Probably the smarter move is just limit Scanlan's pitches.
Fouls that one off for 2-2. Might be 3-2.
A little shaky on the scoreboard today.
Payoff pitch is grounded fair off the bag. Extra bases for McIntyre. He'll be safe at second with the double. It's a great rip from Matt McIntyre, the sophomore. Got to save that ball. His first big league hit.
Yeah. That was a great hit right there, an excellent acceleration coming off the bag, but I'm going to give the slider right there a 5 out of 10. A little shaky right there, but excellent way to start off his varsity baseball career with that double. And first hit of his career, as you said, of his career.
Just hit the corner of the bag, and that helped to get him to second.
Definitely
so
got him,
Owen Kessler here is a base hit away from this ball game being over. Struck out swinging in his only at bat in the fourth. Came in to replace Chris Wagner.
And Mike, just looking at it now, Martell, ever since he's been in, no runs have been given up for the Piscataway Chiefs. And as we were talking, I know you discussed this a little bit before, but would it have been the better decision for Martell to start? Sure, the coaches of the Chiefs could not have definitely told how Mahmoud would have done in the beginning of this game, but being a sophomore, do you think that just some of the inexperience could have gotten to him? For Mahmoud being the sophomore, and I'm pretty sure Martell being one of the upperclassmen pitchers on this team, I'm pretty sure that he probably would have been a better decision, probably being in a more high-end situation like this.
Yeah, for Westfield, you saw it. I believe Pancini started that first state tournament game last year as a junior.
Sure, they might be
usually you're going to see a senior.
Sure, they might be the better pitcher, but you got to bring. I'd bring the more experienced kid in. Maybe not as good, still a great pitcher, but not as great. Still bring the more experienced pitcher in, as he's been probably seen or have been in one of those situations before.
And Kessler will walk on 5 pitches. So the Blue Devils have 2 men on with 1 away, bringing up Kobe Wolf. And right here, Chris, this is a situation. Kobe Wolf 0 for 3 today. Having a great season. You expect him to end this ball game?
I mean, if I was just Kobe right now, I would just try to find one of the gaps in the infield, because if he does that, McIntyre, we saw his speed rounding the bases to second base. He does that, McIntyre scores, game's over. So Kobe just got to be smart at the plate.
And there's a base hit for Kobe Wolf. McIntyre rounds third. The throw's not in time. And the ball game is over. A walk-off for Kobe Wolf, courtesy of the mercy rule, makes it 10-0. And the Blue Devils advance in the sectional tournament. And Chris, all around, great performance by the Blue Devils. Connor Scanlon goes complete game shutout W. Westfield 6 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the sixth. And we saw some big-time home runs by Chris Wagner and James Friel.
Absolutely. Everyone contributed today, as we saw right there. Kobe Wolf getting the hit to end this game, and he just did a magnificent job. As you said, Wagner and Friel, everyone contributed, and it was just great to see Chris Wagner put the bat on the ball and drive it out there. That was probably the highlight, probably the best highlight of this game, and that cracked everything open, as that started off the third inning, and that's when everything just went away for Westfield. Everything just started to go their way.
And we cannot make it to the second round game, as Westfield's at Bayonne in the sectional quarterfinals. Hopefully they'll take care of business and we could call the semifinals. So thank you for watching, and for our cameraman Glenn Warner, Chris Witzel, I'm Mike Leonard saying so long from Westfield. Blue Devils get the job done. 10-0 final score over Bayonne, over Piscataway.